Oh, welcome back. So last video we showed you how to test your soil pH for all our beds. In this video we're going to show you how we're testing our soil for nutrients. And we're going to start right now. What's going on, YouTube gardeners? It's your boy Sydney from the Nakid Garden channel. In this video we're going to show you how we're going to test our soil for nutrients. Now one of y'all probably might be saying, well, why are you testing it when you just test your pH level? Now if you're not testing, if you haven't tested your pH level in your soil, then I wouldn't recommend testing for your NPK, because if your soil level isn't, your pH level isn't correct, your nutrients in your plants aren't going to be able to take up that nutrients that you're going to be adding into the soil. So it's best to find out what your pH level is first before finding out what your NPK level is. So the N is, of course, y'all know, is nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. And we already still have our soil that we've taken out before. And then if you haven't already seen our video, we'll put a link up above of our testing our pH soil. And you just basically, normally you want to add for your NPK level is get at least a cupful, or you could do a 1:5 ratio. You get a cupful of your soil, and then you want to get about 5 cups of water. But we're just going to do this area right here, and we're going to test it out: our regular beds, our compost bed, our hugelkultur bed, our worm tower, and our modified 3 sister beds. So all you have to do is add your soil. This is the regular bed, yes. And when you add in water, you want to make sure it is a bottled water or a distilled water on here. All right. So we're just going to start off with doing 1, see the reading on that, and then we're going to just knock these other ones out, and we're going to mark or record our markings of our NPK level on each one of these containers here, and then we'll know what to add from there. All right, so let's do the first one. Alright, so we got the soil and the water mixed in there. Normally you want to wait anywhere from 30 minutes to 24 hours. We're just going to wait about an hour and start our tests from there. This is very vital for us for going into the fall season. So we would like to know what our bed already has, so that way we're not over neutralizing any of the NPKs in there when we're adding any type of fertilizer or top dressings. Y'all probably seen one of our videos before where one of our mistakes that we did last year was just over fertilizing our garden beds. Something that we don't want to do this year, because we want to save our money and don't want to be wasteful. So we're going to let these sit, come back in about an hour, and start testing out each one of these for the NPK levels. All right, we done waited about probably about 6 hours, give or take.
6 to 8.
6 to 8 hours. A little bit cooler now, so now we're going to start testing out these, and it's very easy. If I can get it open. All right. So we'll take this Doppler. We'll start off with the doing the nitrogen test. And you want to, all of these have a little dotted line just like with the pH level test. You would just basically fill this up to the dotted line, and then we'll just shake it up and let it sit for about a few seconds, and then we'll have our color. We'll put the water in here, put the tablets that goes with the correct color coded tablets, and let it sit in there and go from there. All right. All right, so this one looks like, what do you think?
It doesn't say.
I would say probably somewhere right here.
Yeah. It looks like it's just a step above that into adequate.
About adequate.
It's barely adequate.
Barely adequate. And this was the regular compost bed, so we need a lot of nitrogen, and I'll show you what the test says, how you should adjust your garden soil from there later on after we get all of the tests done. So this one was, we'll say adequate. Definitely adequate. I say adequate, between adequate.
It's sufficient.
Yeah.
It's about sufficient, I would say.
About sufficient?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, and this was phosphorus, so we're okay with phosphorus. So we won't need to add bone meal in that one particular bed. So, or we could add it, but we don't have to add as much. So we'll go. You say it's sufficient. You're okay with sufficient?
Yeah, sufficient.
What do you think? Adequate.
Seems like it's adequate.
A little bit above adequate.
Yeah, it's almost sufficient.
Okay, so
we're just sufficient than adequate.
So we'll go between sufficient and adequate. So we'll go. Yeah. Let's say you're okay with
sufficient.
Sufficient? Okay. So with the sufficient in that bed, we don't have to add any type of potassium or potash. So like our ash that we got from our fire pit or banana peels, things of that nature, we don't have to worry about adding too heavily in there. We can do our small normal doses, but nitrogen we're going to have to add a lot. All right, so with our regular bed, we're going to have to add some dried blood meal or nitrate soda. I never heard of that. So we'll just basically stay with our blood meal. We'll probably do either blood meal with some worm castings and whatnot. It says we're going to since we're at an adequate, we don't have to add that much. It's about 6 ounces per 100 square foot. So since that bed is particularly about a 40 square foot bed, we'll probably just do maybe 2.5 ounces of that, and we'll just add it slowly our next feeding cycle, and probably we'll do a cup, probably an ounce each week to slowly incorporate the nitrogen in there. We'll do a regular for sufficient. We don't really have to add anything, just keep our regular routine going. So we'll add an ounce more extra nitrogen into those beds. Then next month we'll test the bed to see how those are doing and kind of go from there. We're going to go ahead and knock these out, and then we'll show you the results. All right, so we finished doing all the tests, and from not really our surprise, the worm tower has done the best being fertilized out of all of them, which kind of goes to show when we did our pH level in that bed, it was also at a perfect rate as well, and it had a surplus of nitrogen, surplus of potassium, and potash in there. So, and all we really were feeding that bed was mostly just our food waste in those towers, and we'll put either some coffee grounds or some eggshells and some more paper and soil in there and just water it down. This Nakid Gardener was talking about maybe even incorporating some more worm towers throughout the beds. After seeing this test, it definitely might be a possibility for us, because that way we don't have to use any other dressing. We just basically are going to be using our food waste that we've been cooking and everything. The next best bed, I'm surprised, I would say the modified Three Sister bed over there, and it had a surplus of nitrogen. It really didn't have a good it was very deficient in the phosphate, and was okay with the potash in there. And I can see why I had a nice dose of nitrogen in that bed, because I was always, since we were putting corn and other vegetables in there, I had to keep the corn producing, since that was considered a grass. So I was always feeding it some type of nitrogen, whether it was worm castings, what else that we had, blood meal, those type of things. I was just almost heavily inducing with those beds. So I can see on that. So we're going to take this and adjust on our feeding every Friday, and we're going to do small, like I said, we're going to do small portions and just slowly incorporate when we're top dressing, and also when we're doing our liquid fertilizer. Nakid Garden sold on the worm tower, so we'll see what we can do to add more worm towers into the beds. I don't know how we're going to do it, but we'll see what we can do. Maybe we might do it out of some buckets instead of
elbow grease.
Yeah, I wonder whose elbows we're going to be using. So I hope you like this video. If so, make sure you hit the like button. We're also going to put other DIY projects up in our playlist above here. And make sure, if you haven't done so already, hit the subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you don't miss an upload. Until the next video, let's grow together.